Good morning. Happy July. Today I want to walk you through a few announcements that I made. I am going to have office hours in just a little bit, and I'll have office hours tomorrow. But I know sometimes it's just easier to listen to a video when you have a chance and not come on at an exact time. So I wanted to give you an overview of things I posted today. Please remember to be checking your announcements, which should be going into your emails. So check your emails regularly, at least once a day. But today I have posted a bunch. The first one was a discussion post about 1 and 2 grades. Please look over it. But some key points were, if you miss some points off of your discussion board grade, I'm trying to show you what this says. I have that you are able to revise and add to your discussion assignments for a new grade. In order to do this, you need to send me an email to let me know if you do that so I can check the changes. It doesn't automatically alert me, so I need you to be informing me and being proactive and open to communication. And then I'll update your grade. It might not be as fast as I do it for the original time, but I will definitely get to it. So that is something to keep in mind as you're going through your discussion boards. The next post I made, or announcement I made, was about essay number 1. So essay number 1 is coming up. You have a draft due at 11:59 this Friday. Please take some time and be thinking about what you are going to write about. Be looking at the problem articles. I have updated them with some of your suggestions, but I also have made note that you can be picking your own article. Look through the major assignments module, and I'm going to show you that again in a second, but have an idea about what essay number 1 is about, but also what essay number 2 and essay number 3 are about, because you can do the same topic, but you want to make sure you have options and about that same topic. So essay number 1 draft is outlining a thesis help. So we want to be going through the process of the writing process, meaning we don't just sit down, knock out a draft, done, never looking at it again. We want to be putting our thinking down on paper. So we want to make sure that we also have the components of the rubric. So here for essay number 1, I want you to be starting to work on pre-writing, planning, and drafting for this essay. I'm happy to give you feedback if you send it to me in an email by no later than Friday morning. And then I've given you a reminder about what a thesis is, giving you an example of a thesis. And then I've also provided you an example outline for essay number 1 here. And I explain that. Then in my second to last post of this morning, essay number 1, example body paragraph. So I've given you an example body paragraph. This is not an example paper. There are example papers on Canvas. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. But this is an example body paragraph. It has a works cited. We have tips for citing sources, and then give you a few more tips here. So this is good information, useful information, things that can really help you succeed. So please take the time to look that over. What I was referring to with example essays, I'm going to put this as you as a student. If you go into the major essays module, essay assignments, and you look at essay number 1, it's summary and response. Here are all the resources for it. So we have example paper number 1, which you can see here. Now each example paper, it's not perfect. There were issues, but it is of an A or B paper. They were strong papers. you might want to be looking at the summary and response topic assignment. It's right here. Again, first draft for peer review, July 5th. You turn in your first draft by 11:59. And first drafts are the worst drafts. I posted an announcement about that before and happy to talk to you more about that in office hours. And then your final draft is July 10th. So this is giving us time to peer review. And that means your peer, someone else in the class, is going to be revising and editing and giving suggestions to your paper. It gives you time to meet with me. It gives you, if you want to, it gives you time to meet with BrainFuse. It gives you time to meet with the writing studio. It is a longer time period between a first draft and a final than we have in any other paper. And the rationale I have about that is because we're learning, building the foundational blocks, getting in the groove of doing this over the summer, and that I am enabling you to work ahead to a degree. So if you know it's going to be cramped in your schedule in the next 3 or 4 weeks, you please feel free to work ahead and submit paper essay number 1 early. I'll grade it, give you feedback. If you want to do revisions, you can. And then you can start working on essay number 2 and going through the modules. But for those who might need a little bit more time, I have this time in between. But please pace yourself and not get behind. Definitely look over the requirements and the grading. You can find more information about all of that when you look at grading criteria and checklist. And for some silly reason, I'm signed in as my personal, and sometimes this does this. So 1 second.